Okay, let's continue to the next game ya. This is Echoes. After this one, I'm going to play Still Wakes the Deep ya. Oh, si dia ternyata nggak raid. Oke. Aku pikir raid. Siapa? Hikari? Buset. Mari kita lanjutkan. Option volume 8. Is this okay? 8 or 7? Vibration. Oh, okay. Front size. This is game number 4. This is game number 4 in this session. This is Echoes. I received the key to play this game for free from Player to PR. So this is another sponsored game. If I remember correctly, this is like narrative visual novel game. So enjoy the stream, enjoy the podcast. And as usual, if you guys interested, feel free to type exclamation point G or game in the chat room. Thank you. Let's start ya. I write these last lines before I lose my mind for good. I cannot allow the truth to die with me. I have to remember. Inspector Ricky Fox, Arthur Petrovsky, his death was no suicide. And that's just one small detail of this case. The others, I can feel them closing in. I don't have much time before they... The blood. Okay. My memory is clouded, but I have to remember. It all began 6 months ago. Okay. I was happy. I'd just been promoted to the rank of detective in a quiet neighborhood. I was married to a wonderful woman, Jodie. We decided to start a family. Chris, my son, are safe. Then the news struck us like a slug in the jaw. Our best friend, Arthur Petrovsky, was dead. Jody was inconsolable. Our ties with him had been pretty stretched since he moved to the other end of the country, but still couldn't accept the result of the inquiry. Sebentar. Lupa. Tadi si Aina ngirim link tempered glass di bawah mouse, dan aku lupa ngecek. Terus tadi si Yoi juga ngirim musik request. Aku buka aja dulu ya, nanti aku lihat ya, biar tidak lupa. On June, we received his ashes with no explanation. Apparently, Jody and I had been listed with the insurance as his only emergency contacts. Echoes Episode 1 Green Hearth. Arthur had lived in Green Hearth, a small town at the other end of the country, sandwiched between two nature reserves. It might have been a backwater, but surroundings were magnificent. Great forests of pine and oak clung to the sides of the mountains that overhung the valley. The town was accessible by a single road that bypassed the reservoir dam, which provided the region's power, before winding down to join the main street. It didn't take me long to find the precinct. A few minutes later, I was stepping through the door. Gianna Walter was a frosty woman who didn't like a job poorly done. The first thing I noticed as I approached her desk were her arctic blue eyes that stared at me with disturbing intensity. Okay. Let's not waste any time. I'd like to see the case file. Have you got any leads? What was your relationship with Dr. Petrovsky? Can you tell me more about the circumstances surrounding the death? 1. Okay. During your adventure, Ricky Fox will have to search for clues in some scenes. A radar will appear on the screen to help you discover the clues. You can leave certain scenes at any point by using the quit button that will appear on the left or by pressing backspace. Okay. OM? Okay. He's the manager of the Golden Sky Hotel. The phone record showed that the last call Arthur made was to him. Bull is a busybody and mischief maker. I'm not surprised he was meddling in Potrovsky's business, seeing as how he meddles in everyone's business. Raymond Kowalski. Okay. Okay. So sometimes he'd ask me to step in. Okay. Okay. Should I increase the audio? Yeah, perhaps yes. It's probably too low. So, go to the diner. Question Ernest Bull. Go to the diner. Morning, sir. Welcome to the Green Hearth Diner. Can I get you something? The house special is blueberry pie. Okay. This is Raymond? Okay. He ditched me just like the other. All of them traitor, all traitor in the shit to town. Huh? Okay. I'd have had a snoop around myself, but everyone's watching me. If I so much as move a muscle, they would be down on me like a ton of bricks. And old Raymond doesn't want to end up in the can, if you catch my meaning. Search Arthur's apartment. Was in a well-located building in the town center. I approached it discreetly, but contrary to what Raymond seemed to believe, the building didn't look like it was under surveillance. The police had taken the door, but it wasn't locked. I pushed it and found myself faced with a total shambles. Okay. There was this one. A business card? Okay. Okay. Raymond. Located on the lakeside, the Golden Sky was a plush lodge-style building. Julia would have loved to take you to a place like that. I'd hardly gotten through the door when I was near hidden object gamenya. Kalau tidak salah visual novel tapi genrenya kayak hidden object dan investigasi kayaknya Jo. Kayaknya ya. Jadi bukan kayak hidden object pure tapi nyambung sama investigasi. Kayaknya ya. Habis ini game horror loh BTW. Responsnya positif. Aku baca-baca dan aku juga kayak lagi nunggu-nunggu semoga bagus gamenya. There is game apa? Still wakes the deep? There is the date for a meeting written on the back. Can you explain that to me? Ya, kenapa ya? Kalau gitu. Kenapa? Why? Mau main juga kah? Okay. I've already had to explain myself to the vets. Do I have to go over this again with you? Petrovsky had become completely erratic. All I know is that he gave one to Raymond just before he died. It's him you should be talking to. Gave what? Bells? Oke Jo. Aku habis ini rencananya. Biar tidak terlalu jauh ke belakang nanti. Tapi aku nanti dibagi 3 sesi kayaknya. Hari ini, terus nanti mungkin Senin, Rabu, kemudian mungkin Jumat. Paling lama mungkin. Kan katanya 6 jam. I tried to tell the team from the Bureau, but all I got was a warning. They made it clear to me that I had better keep my mouth shut. I got the message loud and clear, and I don't want to talk about this business anymore. I'm investigating Dr. Petrovsky's death, and it would seem you were the last person he called on his cell phone. What did he say to you? It was a private conversation and I'd like it to stay that way. He wanted to book a room for him and a young woman, but they never showed up. I guess you can understand why I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to tarnish the good doctor's memory. How do you know who he planned to share the room with? That's simple. He asked me to show her up to the room. He asked me to show her up to the room if she arrived before he did. I guess he wanted to keep their little meeting quiet, if you know what I mean. It was Liz Cole. She's a waitress at the little family diner. Huh, okay. Raymond. Okay. He left a while back. You don't know where I can find him? Can I question her? Do you have a relationship with Arthur Petrovsky? People are mean, it's nothing but dirty gossip. It's disgusting how people could think such things about a doctor. Are you sure there's no reason why people would say that? Was one of his patients, that's why there are rumors. Arthur was always kind to me, but he was just my doctor and he's gone. Incest? How do you explain— oh my god! Okay. Nah, let's just go to the hotel. Does this mean this is the end of episode 1? The morning sun sit between the curtains to our room, illuminating the patterns carved into the hardwood paneled walls. The understated luxury of the hotel almost made me forget the town's ominous nature. I was ready to investigate and find out the truth about my friend's death. I felt invincible. Okay. Would you like a piece of pie today, or maybe bacon and eggs? Order the eggs and a piece of pie. Search the apartment. Arthur's apartment hadn't been miraculously tidied up since the day before, but I couldn't put off my search any longer. What are we going to look for now, yeah? Oh. There was a radar though. Or that was... whiskey? Okay. Okay. Mr. Morrison, maybe. He's an artist. He often comes in here with his sketchbook. Ooh. Oscar Morrison. Bowler hat? Okay. Oh. Hi. Greetings, Mr. Fox. Oscar Morrison, delighted to finally make your acquaintance. To be perfectly honest, I was expecting you to come and speak to me much sooner. In fact, I was on the verge of coming to introduce myself. But it was far too much fun watching you interrupting around like a headless chicken from one end of town to the other. You were a patient of Dr. Petrovsky, is that right? A rhetorical question, Detective. We both know that you know the answer. And since you also know that I was Dr. Petrovsky's last patient, let us turn to the facts if you would. What have you got to say in your defense? I have nothing to say since I have been accused of nothing, surely. Do allow me to remind you, Mr. Fox, that your investigation is in no way official. Maybe you could tell me a little more about your relationship with Arthur? I have nothing to tell you that is not covered by doctor-patient privilege, Mr. Fox. Petrovsky was a fine doctor and I mourn his passing. If it's all the same to you, I must attend to my engagement. I have a very busy day. Ooh, okay. I was his patient. He was my doctor. I draw whenever I have a moment. I imagine I did this portrait during one of our sessions. I do hope you'll excuse me if I don't recall every napkin I've doodled on, Mr. Fox. There was something that caught my attention. Was it the quality of my line work? That's very kind. A bell? Really? You didn't recall that detail? Huh? Did you ever drink whiskey with Arthur? He was so confident a few minutes ago and now he's crumbling. Crumbling? Crumble? He crumbled. He scrambled? Don't know. Let's go. Why go back to Petrovsky apartment? Did you have something on your conscience? Arthur gave me a bell just before he died, like several of his friends. 5 bells, 10 numbers. Who else got a bell? His cat has one on its collar. I don't know where the others are, I swear. Petrovsky, he was hiding something dangerous. The bells are the key. That's all I know. And your bell, where is it? I gave it back to Arthur. Go back to his place, you'll find it. I hope you'll remember that I tried to protect you when you were done stirring up this hornet's nest. Okay, should I go back first or should I continue asking someone? Let's ask Liz. Yeah, okay. EB? Was the region to your liking, or is there anything I can do for your comfort? PF. The Pedro Ferra clearly wasn't too smart. He was up too like the others. I was beginning to wonder if there was anyone normal in this town. Hola, señor. Soy Pedro. You have a car for repair? I hope he understood enough of the language to communicate. Hello, Mr. Ferra. I'm Detective Ricky Fox. I've got a few questions for you. Si, señor, no hay problema for the questions. Pedro have nothing to hide. Honest business here. Okay, did you repair Dr. Petrovsky's car recently? Do you remember? Okay, can you tell me more about the repair? Nothing to say. No one problems with La Policia. Entiendo. Problem with brake, strange sabotage. See, 3 other cars with problem of brake the last month. The fatman of the hotel, Ernest Bull, Sheriff Walter, old man with beard, Raymond. Pedro had responded too quickly at the mention of Raymond. Maybe he knew more than he was telling me. Do you know Raymond? No, lo conozco, pero es un cliente. But you just told me Raymond's got no car? No say. Come one day for problem with radio, I fix all thing. He seems to be avoiding me. If you've done nothing wrong, you don't avoid the police. Don't you agree, Mr. Farah? It's easy to blame everything on Raymond. Raymond's a good guy, maybe the only good guy in this whole damn town. He's been through a lot, he's got a temper. Is it a crime? Raymond's not dangerous, he's in danger, that's why he's hiding. The mechanic's accent and the way of talking had suddenly changed. Was this a cover he just broken? Raymond es mi amigo. He's kind with me, come here for fix his radio. Okay. I'm done with 3, 4, 5. 6, I'm planning to do that in the end. EB doesn't work. Let's go to GW. The rooms at the Golden Sky are very nice. Thanks for booking me a room there. You're welcome. It's a bit too soon to start drawing conclusion. Okay. The old fella has to spend his night somewhere out of the rain and cold, right? Have you really got no idea where the popular spots with the homeless are in your jurisdiction? The population has decreased 4-fold over the last 50 years. 4-fold? Means if there are like 40 people, there is only 10 people now? Huh, okay. If we add the area's rich industrial past, not much of which is left either, into the equation, you can imagine the amount of abandoned buildings an individual like Raymond could set up home in. Since Petrovsky's death, the police station has been responsible for delivering his patients' prescriptions. The next delivery should arrive today. 2. Until a new doctor arrives, the lab sends them direct to me. If you mean to say that Petrovsky's patients are dangerous? Some do pose a potential threat, especially since they are probably unsettled by Petrovsky's death. Okay. If you want to make yourself useful, seeing as how you are so determined to track down Raymond, drop by later and I'll give you his medication. Thanks. I heard that your car was tampered with recently, why didn't you tell me? I'm not very popular here and there's nothing to prove it had anything to do with the inquiry. Okay. I don't want to sit around twiddling my thumbs until these meds arrive. Haven't you got any other leads? Okay, let's go to apartment. Let's find the bell. Okay. It almost looked like he wanted to put me in some roundabout way onto this lead, which said a lot about the man's deviousness. Why had Morrison wanted to get rid of it? But more importantly, why had Arthur been so obsessed by these bells before his death? I think it's going to unlock something. Considering there are like 5 bells scattered around and all 5 bells have like 10 numbers, so each bell probably like have 2 numbers. If there are 3 bells right now, there's 1 or 2. Did Morrison return the bell? Then Gianna probably had 1 too, and Ernest B probably have 1 too. 1 more probably like in Raymond, but I'm not really sure. But then I have nothing else, no one else to ask. Please call? Mention the car accident first. Have you had any problem with your vehicle recently, Mr. Bro? My foot. Do you see why I'd rather you left me alone? When you mentioned that you had a warning, was that what you were referring to? You don't know what you're getting yourself into, Fox. Okay. Talk about the bells. I think you know that Arthur gave out bells to his patients just before he died. Arthur's cat had one on its collar, there are numbers engraved inside. You're telling me nothing new, you have to do better than that. Did you know that Oscar Morrison had one too? His tramp friend has probably got one. Considering Arthur's relationship with Raymond, I didn't need you to help me reach that conclusion. Yeah, see? Raymond definitely had one. Liz Cole got one. Quid pro quo, Mr. Fox. One piece of information for another. Since I'm feeling generous, what do you think a series of random numbers could be useful? Okay, let's call again. I heard that Arthur gave you a bell. Could you show it to me, please? It's a gift. I need to see that bell. It's important to my investigation, you see. I don't want to take it away from you just to look at it. There are numbers engraved. It's a crucial clue. Okay, let's go back to Sheriff. Have you managed to get Raymond's medication? Thanks. Huh? Who am I going to ask now? EB is not possible. PF? PF? Should I go to PF? Pedro Ferra? Or EB again? No? Then OM? PF then? Can you tell me where Raymond's hiding? No hay problema, Senor Fox. Okay, let's sip again. Can I save it here? Yes. Okay, I can save it here. Good. Okay, I'm going to change to the next game, yeah? That was episode 1 until part 3.